Hi guys, Bobby here from Peak Performance Academy, and today's Coach's Corner. We're going to speak about consistency. So how do we get consistent in what we're doing? The first thing we need to do, and the first step everybody needs to take, is you need to set a plan. That has to be the first thing. You have to have a plan, and then you map that out. So you just write down, okay, what you want to achieve is number one, and secondly, the second thing you're going to do is, what do I have to do to get there? So if it's weight loss, what are the steps? If it's career, what are the steps? If it's home life, relationships, what are the steps? So look at what the most important 3 steps are that you can start at, okay? So if we'd say, for instance, it's weight loss, your first important thing is to get your food under control. Second thing is to start to train. Third thing is recovery, and that's really, really important when you're starting to achieve something. So you look at how to create consistency. The plan is set, so you structure your plan and you work out what you have to do. So 1, 2, 3, that's the first step. The next step of consistency is you need to write down each day what you're going to do. So the accountability to yourself. This is really important, guys. You write down, it can be between 3 and 5 steps you're going to do on a daily basis, and you look back at your 1, 2 and 3, and then you say, okay, what 5 steps do I have to do each day to hit these 1, 2 and 3? So write down my 5 steps, and you keep that going on a daily basis. One thing I say to people all the time, get little post-it, put it on your bathroom window, or your bathroom mirror, sorry, and then when you go brushing your teeth every morning, you see you have to write down my 5 steps, or you see the 5 steps you have to do, you might have done it the night before, and you see this visually every single morning, okay, and that gives you your little kickstart to say, right, that's what I have to do today, that's what I have to achieve. Then at night time when you come back, you'll have posted on the opposite side of the mirror, which will say, did you achieve your 5 steps today? And then you can look over and back and say, okay, these are my 5 steps. Did I achieve them? Tick, tick, tick. Yes. If you didn't, it's not the end of the world. We're not going to be perfect at the start, but we can strive that way. So if we get 4 out of 5, 3 out of 5, it's a start. And then maybe your next goal for next morning is going to hit the 5. That might be one of your steps, hit my 5 habits. So by writing them down, being accountable, and having a visual aspect in the morning, that's really going to help you massively. So you have your 2 post-its, that's really, really important, and then you have your steps. You're ticking the boxes each time. The next thing I would say is a huge thing is you need to have a strong support network around you. So you have to have your home life, your people around you at home, your people around you at work, and your people that you surround yourself in the gym all need to be on a supportive pathway. That has to be there. You cannot be in a social environment or a group of friends that are always pushing you to party and eat bad foods and step off track. That isn't going to work in the long term. You are going to be pulled in because maybe that's what you've previously done, so you need to separate yourself a little bit. I'm not saying you pull away from your friends completely, but you need to explain to them, this is what I'm trying to achieve and this is what I'm trying to do. You do the same at work life, you do the same when you come into the gym. You need to come into the gym at a time that there's people in the gym that inspire you. That's really important. So if you come into the gym, say in the morning early, and there could be people within the gym environment, you say, right, I'm really, really inspired by these people, the way they work out, the energy that's there, that's when you should train, because that's going to be, you're going to be pulled into that environment and everybody's driving the same way, and this is really, really important when you're trying to achieve something. So you could look at that and see what time is best suited to you. It mightn't be that you like to come into that environment at the start, but you can build yourself up to it, and that's a very, very powerful step, guys, when you're trying to be consistent, because you'll be inspired when you come in and build your motivation, build your emotions, and you'll drive forward and have a great session. So we've got our steps we need to do, we've got our social and supportive network around us, and then the last thing I would say is you just need to be a little bit disciplined and a little bit strict on yourself. You have to tell yourself at times when you're going to do something wrong or you're going to do something, just react straight away. So if it's a case you're going for that chocolate bar, react. If you do eat it, remember, we're not going to be perfect. We're going to build on it, but we're going to react when we eat it, we enjoy it, it's fine. We've stepped off track a little bit, that's no problem. It's not the end of the world. 1 chocolate bar or 365 days a year is not going to make a difference. It's just how you react to that. Are you going to feel down and feel depressed and say, oh damn, I'm off track and all this, or beat yourself up? No, you're not. You're actually going to say, fine, that's done, put that to the side, let's go. What do I have to do now to achieve my goals? You're back on track all the time, you're reinforcing all the time. This self-talk that we do to ourselves in here is huge, guys. We have to reinforce all the time because we live in a society of dazzle in the headlights, where we can get thrown off track in 2 seconds. if you try to sit down and concentrate and meditate for 5 minutes, it's literally for most people impossible, because the brain is going to a million miles an hour. So we have to have reinforcements all the time. Reinforce what we're trying to do, reinforce what we're trying to do, reinforce what we're trying to do, hit our steps, hit our habits, be consistent, be consistent, be consistent. This is what we need to be constantly doing. It doesn't come easy to nobody, personally myself, it doesn't come easy. I have to do all these steps myself. Reiterate, steps, habits, and just keep on track. And that's how you're going to be successful, guys. So consistency is the biggest word this week, and this is a few little steps and pointers that can help you be consistent. I hope you have a fantastic week and a fantastic weekend, and remember, follow these 3 steps, 4 steps, and you will be successful. But remember, it's not going to be perfect at the start, so allow yourself that little bit of scope. But you can build and build and build and get better and better and better each week. Okay guys, if you'd like to cheer, find us at peakperformancekillarney.com, on our social media platforms, and also on our YouTube channel and our podcast, Reach Your Peak Podcast. If you have any questions, please ask through our social media pages. We will be happy to answer them. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys. We really appreciate it, Peak Performance Killarney. And subscribe and review our podcast, Reach Your Peak Podcast, with a weekly podcast coming out every single week for you to enjoy. Hope you have a great week, guys, and a super weekend, and we'll catch you next week.